My wife slept with her gym trainer and stole our twins' college fund, but when I revealed the truth, her whole world collapsed overnight. I'm not big on dramatic words, but let's just say the moment I found out Kay was posting thirst traps on some dating app was the moment everything clicked. There I was, Tuesday night, down in my makeshift home office, half listening to the hum of the dryer and half working through shipping logistics for a customer who never seems happy. Then Jake, my 17-year-old son, comes down holding his phone like it's radioactive. He's usually quiet, but he had that look like he was about to throw up. "Dad, I think you need to see something." He wasn't wrong. He showed me the dating profile, her face, that half-fake smile she practiced in the mirror, calling herself Caffrey Spirit and talking about how she was looking for adventure. She was never one for Instagram, so seeing her parading around like some budget influencer, man, that was a gut punch. And the worst part? My kid had to be the one to show me. He found it because one of his friends stumbled on it. That's how small our world really is. Your kid's friends are swiping through dating apps and see your wife there. I felt like I swallowed a rock. My hands were shaking holding his phone. I told him to give me a minute and went out to the garage. Needed to breathe. All I could see was every overtime shift, every time I'd said no to something for myself so she could stay home with the twins and not worry about bills. All that, for this. For a profile that said, "Ready to explore life's adventures." I'd been busting my ass at work, managing shipping schedules and dealing with drivers who can't back a trailer into a dock straight. And she's out there at the gym, taking selfies and acting like she's some 25-year-old influencer. That's the kind of betrayal that doesn't even sting, it burns. Here's the thing. I didn't start yelling. Didn't punch a wall. That's not me. I'm a logistics guy. I solve problems. So I got organized. I called my buddy Dan, who's a lawyer, and he told me, "Don't do anything stupid. Document everything." So that's what I did. Meanwhile, the twins were catching on. Emma, she's sharp, found withdrawals from their college funds. She's 17 and already tracking down bank statements better than some accountants. Turns out Kay had drained $60,000 from accounts I'd been contributing to every month for 17 years. Money meant for college. Gone to God knows what, hotel rooms with that gym rat, new workout gear, spa days. I confronted her once I had everything in order. Sat at the kitchen table, the same table where we used to have taco nights. I laid out the bank statements, the dating profile, the pictures of her and that clown, Zach. I didn't raise my voice, I didn't have to. She tried to play it off, called me boring, said she deserved more. The usual. I wasn't buying it. I told her straight. "You stole from your kids. That's not finding yourself, that's theft." She laughed. That's what did it for me. She actually laughed like she was proud of it. That was the moment I stopped feeling sorry for her. I got the divorce process rolling the next day. And let me tell you, it was satisfying to see her face in court when she realized just how much I knew. My lawyer had every penny documented. Emma's spreadsheets, Jake's screenshots, hell, even the receipts from the fancy dinners she charged to our kids' futures. The judge didn't even blink, called it a breach of parental duty. No alimony. She had to pay back every cent she stole. Meanwhile, Zach's gym empire, if you can call counting reps in front of a mirror an empire, fell apart. Turns out he'd been running the same script on other women. My kid Jake found out. Quiet as he is, he's lethal with a phone. He tracked down the other husbands and sent them everything. One guy ran the supplement shop Zach relied on. Another? He got him booted from the country club he was trying to hustle. Zach lost it all, his protein powder hustle, his transformation sessions. Last I heard, he moved to Florida to run beach boot camps. Figures. Kay's life? She moved into a one-bedroom on the edge of town. Even her sister won't help her anymore after she borrowed her credit card. She went from fancy nights out to begging clients back at the salon. Nobody's buying the whole "I was just trying to be happy" speech when they see what she did to her own kids. As for me, I'm good. Actually better. got promoted to regional manager. That's what happens when your home life isn't a circus anymore. You can actually focus on the job. The twins? They're solid. Emma's got a partial scholarship. Jake's teaching himself new coding languages every week. They've seen what it looks like when someone crosses a line, and they're stronger for it. I've been seeing a woman named Sarah. She's a kindergarten teacher. Has a kid of her own. She's steady. Real. The twins like her. Emma even said she's age-appropriate. Teenagers have a way of putting things that cut right to the bone, don't they? It's slow. I'm not rushing anything. Learned my lesson there. The real win for me? The peace. No more late-night phone checking, no more pretending not to notice when she missed family dinners. Just Friday game nights, some laughs, and a house that actually feels like a home again. No fancy vacations or luxury cars, but we're good. And for the first time in a long time, that's enough. So if you're reading this and you're where I was a year ago, don't let anyone tell you that you're overreacting when you see the truth. Don't let them spin it around on you. Document it. Handle your business. And don't let them steal your dignity on the way out. The twins are going to college in the fall. Their mom? Well, she's still posting those inspirational quotes about new beginnings. I hope they're working for her because they sure as hell don't pay tuition. As for me? I'm done worrying about what she's doing. I've got better things to focus on. Like I said, I'm good. And if you're in the same spot, you will be too. Just takes a little time, a little backbone, and a whole lot of not letting someone else's chaos wreck your life. When the dust settled. You know, once the court dust settled and Kay's world started crumbling, I realized something. Life doesn't pause just because your marriage implodes. The twins still had college to plan for. My job still expected me to show up every morning, ready to keep cargo moving across half the state. And me? I had to figure out what life looked like without her in it. First couple weeks post-divorce, the house felt weird. Empty, but not in a bad way. More like it was finally mine again. Her fancy throw pillows that never matched the couch? Gone. The candle she'd light up when she wanted to play housewife for company? Boxed up. I moved all her leftover junk to the garage. If she wanted it, she could pick it up. But she didn't. Guess it didn't fit the whole new beginning aesthetic she was chasing on social media. The twins took it better than I expected. Emma threw herself into scholarship applications like her life depended on it. Probably did, in her mind. Jake retreated into his computer. At first, I thought he was shutting down. But one night, I knocked on his door and found him building this elaborate tracking system, an app, he said, to monitor any bank activity tied to our accounts. He didn't trust anyone to touch our money again. Kids got that quiet determination I admire, like me, but smarter. It wasn't all smooth sailing. There were nights I lay there in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying everything, trying to figure out how I'd missed it for so long. It's not like I was a clueless teenager. I'm 41, been around enough to know when something doesn't add up. But when it's your wife, the mother of your kids, you make excuses. You want to believe she's just tired or going through a phase, not out there living a double life with some meathead trainer. My buddy Dan, yeah, the lawyer, he told me to cut myself some slack. Tim, he said, you kept your head down, did the work, trusted her to be an adult. That's not a flaw, it's how a good man lives. He's right, I guess. But it still felt like a sucker punch. Work was a refuge for me, no question. At the warehouse, I was the boss. Nobody cared about my personal life, they just wanted to know where the hell their shipment was. I thrived on that. Logistics isn't glamorous, but it's solid. You don't get to be regional manager by whining about your personal drama. You get there by making sure trucks roll out on time and product doesn't go missing. Simple as that. A few months after Kay was out, the twins and I settled into a routine. Fridays turned into pizza and game nights. Emma even got me into one of those trivia apps. She's scary competitive, must get it from me. Jake? He'd usually sit quietly, then out of nowhere drop some trivia bomb none of us knew. Kid's got a brain that doesn't quit. It wasn't long before I ran into people who hadn't heard what happened. Guys at work who'd see me out alone and ask, "Hey, where's Kay been?" I didn't sugarcoat it. "She ran off with her trainer," I'd say. "Took the kids' college fund, too." They'd look stunned, but nobody pushed it. That's the thing about working class guys. If you say it straight, they respect that. No need to dress it up. One Saturday morning, I bumped into Mark, the manager from the gym across town. We'd never been close, but he'd heard about what happened. He clapped me on the shoulder, said, "Heard you handled it like a pro. Most guys would have lost their heads." I shrugged. "Did what I had to do." He just nodded. That's the whole story for men like us. You do what needs to be done, then you move on. Emma's graduation was the first real test. Kay showed up, of course. Showed up in a dress that probably cost more than my monthly grocery bill. She tried to act like nothing had changed, hugging Emma, telling Jake how proud she was. Emma shut it down fast. "You don't get to play mom today," she said, voice calm but cold. Jake didn't say a word, just slipped his hands into his pockets and stared past her like she wasn't even there. After the ceremony, the twins and I went out for burgers. Simple, nothing fancy. We didn't talk about Kay. We talked about Emma's dorm plans, about Jake's coding project. Normal life stuff. And you know what? It felt good. Felt real. No more pretending. Rebuilding, one piece at a time. The money she stole was already being repaid. Court order saw to that. Every paycheck of hers went straight to the twins' accounts first. Emma kept a spreadsheet tracking every cent. She told me it wasn't about the money anymore. It was about knowing that what was taken would be made right. She's got a moral compass I'm proud of. I didn't start dating right away. Hell, I didn't even know if I wanted to. But you get tired of empty nights eventually. Sarah came into the picture naturally. She was a friend of a friend at a barbecue. Single mom, grounded, no BS. We took it slow. Coffee dates. Walks at the park. Nothing serious at first. Didn't need serious. I needed real. She asked me once why I'd stayed so long in a marriage that was already half gone. I told her the truth. Because I made a promise to build a life with her. I didn't know she was already tearing it down. She didn't flinch. Just nodded and said, "Well, that's on her, not you." Simple, but it landed. Trust, harder to give, easier to keep. I'd be lying if I said trust came easy after everything. Even with Sarah, I kept one foot on the brake. You can't see your kid's college fund get raided and not wonder who else is lying to you. But she never pushed. Never demanded more than I could give. That mattered. One night, we were sitting on my back porch, twins inside arguing over a board game. She asked if I still talked to Kay. I snorted. Nope. Nothing left to say. She just said, "Good," and left it at that. That's what I like about her. No drama, no fishing for some emotional monologue. She's lived enough life to know some wounds don't need to be picked at. Public versus private. Funny how people's opinions shift when the truth comes out. Back when Kay was the doting wife at soccer games, everyone thought we were the perfect couple. After the scandal, most people didn't know what to say. Some avoided me altogether, like infidelity's contagious. Others tried to offer sympathy. My favorite was the guys who told me they always thought she seemed too restless, like she was playing a role she didn't want. I didn't hold it against them. We all wear masks in public. But I stopped pretending too. If someone asked, I told them straight. She took the money and ran with her gym trainer. But the twins are good. I'm good. That's all that matters. Physical toll. I'd be lying if I said it didn't take a toll. First few months, I wasn't sleeping. Couldn't eat half the time. Dropped 15 pounds without trying. My back was in knots. Stress will do that to you. But I got back on track. Started running again. Nothing fancy, just a couple miles around the neighborhood to clear my head. It worked. My body's always been the thing I could rely on. If I could put one foot in front of the other, I could handle anything. What the twins learned. The best thing about all of this? The twins saw me stand up and handle it. No screaming matches. No revenge games. Just facts and boundaries. Emma told me once, "Dad, you showed us what self-respect looks like. That's worth more than any money Kay tried to spend." Jake's more like me, quiet, steady. But he doesn't let people push him around. He told me he'd never let anyone touch his future again. I believe him. Kay's reality check. Last I heard, Kay was living with her sister after getting evicted from her apartment. Word got around about what she did to the twins' funds. Funny how those gym mom friends vanished the second she stopped being the fun one with cash to burn. She still tries to spin it online, posts about self-love, about second chances. Maybe some people buy it. I don't. Because I saw who she really was when it mattered. And that's the thing, you can't put that genie back in the bottle. Looking forward. These days, I'm not angry anymore. Not really. Anger's a fire that burns you up if you feed it too long. I'm just focused on what's in front of me. My kids. My job. The woman sitting across from me at the coffee shop who asks about my day because she actually cares. The twins are heading off to college in a few months. Emma's already color-coding her dorm layout on a spreadsheet. Jake's teaching himself another programming language, Python or C#, can't keep up. They're ready to launch. And me? I'll be here, making sure they've always got a place to come home to. The final piece, self-respect. If there's one thing this whole mess taught me, it's this: you don't owe anyone your peace. If someone wants to burn your world down, let them burn alone. You rebuild on your own terms, with people who show up because they care, not because they want something. Kay thought she could take everything, money, trust, even the twins' future, and still come out ahead. But you can't steal respect. And once it's gone, there's no buying it back. Me? I'm not perfect. Never claimed to be. But I know I've earned every bit of the life I have now. And I'll be damned if I let anyone take that from me again. Coda, a quiet Saturday. Last Saturday, I was fixing up the old deck out back. Emma was painting a chair she'd found at a thrift store. She's got an eye for that. Jake was working on some new coding project. Sarah was there, too, reading a book and sipping coffee. No drama, no chaos. Just a quiet Saturday with people I trust. That's life, isn't it? Not the highlight reels on Instagram or the luxury vacation she used to dream about. It's Saturday mornings in the yard. It's burgers on the grill and kids laughing at dumb jokes. It's the quiet satisfaction of knowing you did it right, even when it was hard. And if you're sitting there reading this, wondering if you'll ever feel whole again after someone blows up your life, trust me, you will. Piece by piece, you build it back. One honest conversation at a time. One decision at a time. No shortcuts, no drama. That's the story. No frills. No excuses. Just how it went down, and how I stood back up.